So Creality is at it again. It's their 11th anniversary and they're releasing new products. And we just happened to get our hands on one of the products and we've had it for the last couple of weeks and we've kind of gone through it, used it, checked it out, and we're gonna tell you what that product is and I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it. But real quick, before we dive into that, let me tell you about the giveaway that we're doing. It's a double giveaway. Some of you probably already knew it was coming because if you're part of the Patreon, then you already heard that a double giveaway was in the works. That's right, a double giveaway. So we're not giving away one filament dryer, we're giving away two. And they're from Ebus. I'm not even sure if that's how you say it because no one's ever told me how to say it. I'm just going based off what I think it is. So one of the dryers is the Polyphemus, which is a dual filament dryer, and it has active humidity control and gears that keep the filament turning and all kinds of little features. It's actually pretty nice. And the other one is also from Ebus. It's a single dryer and it's called the Ease Dry. It doesn't have as many features, but it's still a good dryer. So I'll leave a link to the giveaway in the description and you'll simply go to gleam.io and you'll be able to get all kinds of entries by completing all these different tasks. And there will actually be 3 winners. 2 people will win a dryer each, and then the third person will win a free roll of filament. So with that said, good luck to all, and let's get into the review. This is the Creality Space Pi X4 dual chamber 4 filament dryer. It's a 2-chamber system that features isolated heating for each side. And it has a really beautiful LED display that allows you to control everything right there. You can run your filament out the top straight to your printer, or you can run it out the back as well. Now the overall design of this dryer, it looks good to me, but let's check out the inside and the features. So the first 2 things that I noticed when I plugged it in were these LED lights and then this LCD display right here. I absolutely love this, and I love the way that they have it split from left to right, so you can control each chamber independently, left and right. So you just simply tap on left right here, and now it's going to take you to the left interface, and then you can mess with your settings there. So you'll go right here, and then right here, if you look here, you can set these to whatever you want. They have plenty of filaments to choose from. You'll set that. And then over here, it's going to give you a time based on the filament that you input into there. And then both of them are PLA. Okay, good. Now PLA, it automatically set that to 50C, right? Drying time for 8 hours. Now you can adjust that if you want, right? Now we're going to go with factory setting. Cool. We're going to go application, which is basically means apply, I think is what they were getting at. And then over here you have a pause and a play. You can stop it, start it, whatever you want to do. You can turn the light on or off. As you can see right here, it's pretty responsive. I turn it on, turn it off, and there you go. So right here you have your dry time, then you have the time left, and then your temps and all that. So then you can simply tap right here on the R, and then you'll go over here. Over here, I have PETG loaded. Now I do have a little bitty 250 G roll loaded, and I do have a 1 kilogram roll loaded, but that doesn't matter because they're both PETG and it automatically set that. We're gonna hit apply, and then here's a cool feature that I like. So you can go back here, right? And instead of starting each one individually, you can hit this drop down arrow right here, and then you can hit dry dual chamber, right? And what that's going to do, that's going to start both sides. If you take a look here, they have several spots for your filament to come out. There's 2 here, 2 there, and then up here on top, there's another 2 here, and then 2 here. Okay, now back to the display right here. If you hit auto, you have a bunch of auto features right here, right? You have auto drying, so you can do drying chamber left and right, or you could just do one. You want to set your humidity threshold. You could set it from 20, 25, and it goes in increments of 5. I've got mine set at 20. And target temperature, you could set that, and then you could set the dry time, and it'll automatically, if you hit auto dehumidify, it'll automatically dehumidify the rolls. If they've been sitting in there for a day or so, or whatever the case may be, it will continue to keep those rolls dehumidified. Now you do have some presets right here that you could set. So if you tap this guy right here, then you can go in here and then you can set these little presets. So you could just go in and tap on some custom presets. looks like it just gives you 3 because you can't scroll it. And then if you go into settings over here, you have auto mute. Auto mute, what that does is whenever the chamber reaches its target temp, it slows the fans down and quietens it even more, which it's already super quiet to me compared to other dryers. So lighting while drying, that's like an auto feature. If you have that on, it'll automatically kick the light on when you hit dry. In beep, what in beep is going to do, it's going to beep about 5 or 6 times, and it is pretty loud. Screen off, obviously that's, you know, the display. Then you have your brightness, language, online manual, and then reset the default, and then about. And that's basically it. So now when you open it up, it's just like the CFS really. If I'm gonna open it up and I want you to listen, the difference in the noise with it closed and open. Now the reason why it gets so quiet whenever you close it, if you can see right here around this edge right here, it has a really good rubber seal all the way around here. And see, you can almost let this lid drop, but it hits that rubber, so it really doesn't make much of a noise anyways. All right, now let's take a look on the inside. Well, let's shut this thing down so it's not screaming in our ear. So what you can do if you want to shut this whole thing down like I want to right now, you can go here, you can either hit pause, which that will pause it, or you can hit end dual chamber, and as you can see, that ends it. So we're going to take these rolls of filament out, and then as you can see here on the inside, so it's kind of like the CFS, and if you've seen the CFS, then you know what I'm talking about. Now, it doesn't have motors on the rollers. These are just free rolling rollers. It has the decadent right here, fan in the back, and then that's pretty much it for the inside. Now yours probably won't have all that discoloration on the plastic, but mine was one of the early units, and when I received it, they did say that it might have some minor defects. Now you can see here on the lid, you got 2 options here to be able to put your filament out and feed your printer from the dryer. And I absolutely love that, because as you can see here, I've already got the Space Pi, which is feeding my K1 Max. Now let's go over the features of the Space Pi 4 real quick. So obviously it has a dual heated chamber that's independent of each other that can heat up to 4 rolls at a time. And speaking of temps, it can go up to 80 Celsius. So that means you can do filaments such as PA and PC and other engineering type filaments. Now, one really cool feature that I actually like the most is the active dehumidification. And basically what that breaks down to is it will actively monitor the humidity inside the dryer, and it'll automatically kick on at a certain set point at whatever you have it set at. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had to re-dry a roll on the Space Pi because I would dry the roll and then I would leave it in there for days because I forgot about it, and then by that time I go get it and I just have to re-dry it. So it's double the energy, just wasted time and energy. So another feature it has is desiccant regeneration. I'm not 100% sure exactly what that means, but based on common sense and the wording, I'm assuming that the desiccant will regenerate itself and you don't have to replace it somehow. So that is still to be determined, but it is one of the listed features. Now they do claim it has energy efficient modes, but it doesn't really have an energy efficient mode. Their idea of energy efficient is only running half of the dryer. And so I would say it doesn't have the actual mode, but yes, it is energy efficient by only running half of the dryer versus the full dryer. So what are the cons about the dryer system? To me, there really isn't any. I didn't see anything wrong with the dryer. It does exactly what it says it's gonna do, and it has a nice touch screen, and it does 4 rolls at a time, 2 independent chambers. And so, I mean, honestly, for what it is, I mean, it is what it is, it works. But I do have a bone to pick with Creality, and that's this. They spent all of that time and effort into making this 4-roll filament dryer, right? I just don't understand why they didn't make a CFS system, because I know what you all are thinking, like, how can I convert this to a CFS, or how can I install that dryer into the CFS somehow, right? And it's already being done. There's people out there that have already modded their CFSs and added the space pie dryer into the CFS and added active drying into the CFS itself. Now, I do think that Creality is gonna eventually come out with the CFS with a built-in dryer. I mean, it just makes sense, right? And they do have some really cool new products coming up that I can't talk about. I had to keep my mouth shut on this one for a couple of weeks. That was hard enough. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think Creality could have done different on this dryer? Do you also feel like they should have just went ahead and made a CFS dryer? And what would you like to see in the future that they do? Thanks for watching, and make sure that you're subscribed, and don't forget, stay ready, 3D print.